Hey, what's going on, family? So I'm back, and I told y'all I wanted to do a video about the cameras because here lately, we've been seeing a lot of shit that, like I've been pointing out in the other videos, where it looked like we're looking at the same actions, but the scenes are not right. Um, and I highlighted a couple things, but what I'm trying to explain to people is that I feel like the actions that we see, whether it be her looking like she's being carried or her looking like she's being ambushed, because at one part, I thought she was being ambushed and shit. That's what it looked like to me. Oh yeah, and I got some other shit to show y'all, but I'll make another video about that. But anyway, but out of all the things that I pointed out, what my conclusion was, like I said, is that the actions that we see are correct, but the scenes are not. And so then, I got to thinking, like, well, damn, if the scenes ain't correct, then where the fuck did it happen? You know, um, so I wanted to focus on the cameras because I got a feeling that, like I said, that this happened somewhere else, but I feel like it was on the property of Crown Plaza, And out of all the shit that I highlighted, especially like this right here with the slider, y'all remember the slider. One of the constants throughout all this shit that they gave us, as far as the cameras that they gave us in the beginning, was that it looked like she was with a motherfucker in a black hoodie. Whoever that was. Because I know we done spotted a couple niggas in black hoodies and shit. But whoever the fuck was in the black hoodie was owner. Owner to the point to where it's so much so that they couldn't even blur this nigga out completely. So in my mind, he was owner. But this is the path that they told us or wanted us to believe that she took. When this shit first came out, and everybody was saying that shit like, what? She just walked in a freezer. Like, nigga, you gotta show me that. Like, I gotta see. That was the kind of shit where I was like, I gotta see that with my own two eyes. You can't just tell me that. So everybody begged for footage, and they gave us footage. They gave it to us, and we dissected the shit out of it. We did. We dissected the shit out of it. And this is the path that they wanted us to believe that she took. Like she just walked in one big ass circle, because that's what it looked like to me. Where it looked like she just walked in one big ass circle. And like I said, we were so focused on the cameras that they gave us in the footage that I feel like we really didn't touch on or really didn't put too much weight into the cameras that we didn't have footage from. So in this video, that's one of the things I want to highlight: the cameras. So I want to show y'all which cameras were not working, missing, whatever the case. We didn't get the footage from them motherfuckers. That's just, it is what it is. But take a look at this for a minute, and look at these cameras. Now, I got this report off of Painting Truth. I fucks with her, smart woman over there. Um, and basically, what this was, it was titled Crown Plaza O'Hara Inoperable Camera Summary, and it's dated September the 29th. Now, what they basically did in this report right here was show the cameras that were not working, um, the date that they were discovered not working, and then the date that it was repaired. Now, we about to go through this shit. So I hope y'all can read this. If not, I'm gonna highlight the most important parts on this motherfucking report. But the first camera that they list on here is the kosher kitchen stairs near the dock. The date that it was discovered inoperable was on September the 14th. Now, need I remind y'all, they found Kanika the morning of the 10th. So the date discovered inoperable was September the 14th. And then the date that it was repaired by 21st Century was September the 14th. So soon as they discovered this motherfucking camera was messed up or wasn't working, They fixed it. Um, so it was almost kind of like, damn, I mean, what, did y'all have to hit a button and then that motherfucker was working again? Like, what the fuck just happened right here? Um, and then we have the freight elevator, and it says lower level freight. Um, the date that this was discovered inoperable was September the 14th, but the date that it was repaired by the 21st century was dated September the 14th. So again, was these two cameras like an easy fix? Like I said, did they just hit a button and all of a sudden that motherfucker was working again? Like, because that shit was fixed the same day. Um, then we have the main elevator. The date that it was discovered inoperable was September the 14th. The date that it was repaired by 21st century was uh, as of September the 29th when they put this report out. This particular camera had not been repaired yet. Okay. Then we have the back office. Now, the back office was discovered inoperable on September the 14th. And again, this was another camera that was not yet repaired as of September the 29th. Um, then we have the employee parking area. The date that it was discovered inoperable was September the 14th. The date that it was repaired, just like the other ones, as of September the 29th, they hadn't even gotten this one fixed. So, then we have the last one on the list, which is Laundry 2. Now, Laundry 2, this one was kind of fucked me up a little bit because it said that the date that it was discovered inoperable was September the 21st. Like, why the fuck did it take y'all that long to figure out that this motherfucking laundry camera wasn't working? Okay? Um, and then when you discovered that those other ones wasn't working on the 14th, like, why didn't you discover that the laundry too wasn't working? Like, why such a big gap in time? And it was kind, I got to thinking like, well, damn, like, I mean, did somebody ask for this camera, which is why they went back to try to get this footage from this particular camera, or was this camera um, harder to work with? And I'll let y'all know in a minute what I mean by that. But again, look at these cameras that were not working at the time. This is what they want us to believe. So, out of all these motherfucking cameras, 6 cameras to be exact, where the fuck is the freezer camera? Where does that come into play in all this shit? Because I'm one who, in the beginning, I believed Miss Teresa when she said there was a camera above the freezer where they found her daughter. I believed her. Because at that moment, she had to have been thinking the same thing we were thinking. Like, what? My daughter walked in a freezer? You can't tell me that this lady was wrong in her assessment of the area by saying that there was a camera above this fucking freezer. There was. So my thing is, where the fuck did it go and why it ain't on this report? So that tells me that they ain't trying to acknowledge this camera at all, nigga. Just the camera just gone, nigga. And they played her like, what camera? No, wasn't no camera. Like, she like, nigga, yes it was. There was a camera. I believed her. So it was like, damn. Out of all the cameras, y'all not gonna acknowledge the one over the freezer at all. And I done seen some videos where they done caught the camera in the reflection on the window, nigga. Just motherfuckers out here investigating their ass off. You hear me? And one other thing that I want to show you about these fucking cameras is that Mike Mecca and Gray Hughes and Straight Drop, they done went in and got the fucking VivaTech software, nigga. Just that's what I'm talking about. Thumbs up to them, man. So we can figure this shit out. But this right here shows us how the VivaTech screen looks. All that bullshit footage that they gave us, this is how it looks like on a monitor. Okay? This is how it's displayed. Now, I know in the beginning, some people was killing me, man. They was acting like motherfuckers was sitting around, security was sitting around in a space like NASA, nigga, just with 50 motherfucking computer monitors and shit with different screens on each one. No, nigga, this probably was on a motherfucking laptop, nigga, or a 19-inch TV. You know what I mean? And that's where I think that back office shit come into play. Because I think that may have been where they stored the computer, the monitor that security was supposed to have been watching. Okay, and then not only that, Mike Mecca, um, he just not too long ago put up a video about how easy it is to delete footage off of this software. So my question after I watched his video, my question was, okay, um, since I'm going with the theory that we're looking at the same actions but in different locations, if you if you can delete footage, mean subtract footage away, then in my mind you should be able to add footage because I'm one who believes that this footage has been added. There's footage that has been added. Um, so I mean, I would love to see Mike Mecca do a video um, about that. But again, I mean, it just makes sense. If you can delete, then you should be able to add. Because I think that's what happened here. And I think that whatever happened to Kanika may have happened outside of the hotel. And that's why her actions look the same. We're probably looking at shit that happened outside, but for some odd reason, they have placed her inside the hotel. Now, one of the things that I want to look at right now is the aerial footage of um, the hotel. Now, if you look where that red arrow is, that's pointing down at the top of the screen, that's pointing down, you see it's the area where the kosher kitchen stairs are, and the dock entrance. Now, let's not forget about the cameras that were quote unquote inoperable. One of them being the stairs for the kosher kitchen, which would also show the dock and would also show um, that freight elevator. And I'm gonna show y'all that in a minute. But think about this for a minute. So looking at this aerial shot of the Crown Plaza parking lot, they want us to believe that the cameras near the dock area and employee parking was not working. Now, I don't know if a nigga knew that or if a nigga didn't, but it just seemed odd to me that those particular cameras were not working or inoperable, but they want us to believe that that was part of the path that she had taken. And I know y'all probably like, oh no, she was inside the building. I know that. That's the footage that they gave us. But let's not forget about this footage right here. Remember these steps? They wanted us to believe that she walked up on some drunk shit. Even in the beginning, we was like, she ain't walked up them motherfucking steps on no drunk shit. No, she ain't do that. So when they get to the top of these stairs, watch this video. When they get to the top of these stairs, there go the freight. There go a double door that you can get out of. And then let's not forget that the police scanner.
Jerry, what kitchen you in? I'm in the rear by the dock area by the garbage.
After hearing that, I was under the impression that they found her near the dock. And there go a picture of the dock. And there go those double doors that lead into the kitchen.
Jerry, what kitchen you in? I'm in the rear by the dock area by the garbage.
So where did they really find her? Was she found by the dock? And then right by the dock, there's a freight elevator. And then you got double doors leading outside. And again, this is where they want us to believe that it's how she got into this fucking kitchen. This shit this disgusts me, man.
Jerry, what kitchen are you in? I'm in the rear by the dock area by the garbage.
So again, where the fuck did they really find her? Look at this shit again. The dock is right there. It's right there. And just so happened those stairs and the camera near the dock and near the kosher kitchen was not working at the time. And I tried to get a closer view of the dock entrance, and was also trying to find those double doors that dude was standing in front of. And I think that's it. This is it right here. And the top of the arrow, I think, is cutting off that door that guy was standing in front of. So like I said, maybe she was never on that lower level. You know? I mean, because this looks like it could possibly be the dock entrance. That's what that looks like to me. So I'm thinking if something happened to her outside, and that's probably why she was so fucking dirty. People were saying that in the beginning, like, why is she so dirty? What if she was right here? And what if one of the actions that were taken from this particular um, dock entrance, I mean, there's a railing right there. Did she bump into that rail right there? You know what I mean? Did she bump into that rail right there? Did she do the same actions that she did in that hallway? Did she do it right here in that dock entrance? I have so many questions because I feel like since the beginning they had us focusing on what the fuck was going on inside this hotel when we probably should have been focusing on what the fuck was going on outside. You know, and y'all seen that video that I put up of Bree Bree. Her ass kept running outside, kept running out to the car. You understand what I'm saying? She was probably meeting up with some motherfuckers parked over in employee parking. We don't know, but um, I'm on these cameras because even in the beginning I kept saying like they fucked us up with the time, and now I feel like not only is the time fucked up, the scenery fucked up. The scenery fucked up. And that's probably why the time fucked up. Because the scenes don't match. You understand what I mean? But I don't know, man. We gonna continue to dissect this shit. But when you look at all the cameras that were not working, or the ones that they wanted us to think were not working, I mean, it to me points to an employee and somebody with inside knowledge about these motherfucking cameras. So let's not forget about the employee that they interviewed. Y'all remember the one, you know, that motherfucker that didn't want to talk in front of his supervisor? And then when they started the interview, they was asking this motherfucker about his brother. Y'all remember him? He was an employee. So who the fuck was his brother? And I'm still asking that question. None of this shit makes sense, man, but we gonna figure this shit out. Now, let's think about this. What if the real path was here, where it started in employee parking, they hit the dock, and then they was in the upper kitchen? Okay, what if at some point, whoever this person was or whoever these people were, they used the freight elevator? Um, now, the back office, in my opinion, somebody was watching. Somebody saw all this shit unfold. So we're going to stay on top of these motherfucking cameras, and I'll be back.